What's up, guys? Welcome to the Death Show. I'm your host, Derek Lane Russell.
And I'm his co-host, Kelsey Marie Gilham. And today we have a very special guest. We have HASSAN. Right. Wow. Thank you.
Welcome, HASSAN. Thank you so much for coming out and being on the Death Show. Today on the show, we're going to be having kind of two segments. We're going to be playing a little game with HASSAN. We're also going to be looking into a new album that's coming out, which is very exciting.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
So first, we're going to be starting off with a game. It's kind of like rapid fire questions, like either or. Don't think about it, just answer.
I love games.
So first off, we're going to be playing the game Quick Fix. We're basically going to give you two options or a simple question, and we want you to say what you prefer. So first question, Coke or Pepsi?
I like soda.
That's a fair answer.
HASSAN, you're the game.
Oh, did I? Sorry.
No, that's a fair answer.
Let's do it again. I have to answer, right?
You do have to answer, but
Okay,
if you
sorry.
don't like either, that's okay.
Okay,
You
sorry,
don't have to
sorry.
lie. You don't have to lie. It's okay.
If I had to pick, though.
Yeah.
All right. I think I would go Coke just because I like the fact that they said that they used to put actual cocaine
Yeah, that's crazy.
in the drink for the housewives back in the day.
So, R&B and pop? Or R&B
Oh,
or pop?
R&B or pop.
Yeah.
I do look at myself as a pop artist, so I'm gonna go pop.
Oh, wow.
And in the Midwest, they call soda pop.
Pop. Oh, consistency. That's great.
So I think pop music got a bad stigma in the 90s with the whole Britney Spears NSYNC era, which I love them as well, but so it started to become bad to be a pop artist. But back before then, it was cool to be pop. Like Michael Jackson was pop, Anita Baker was pop. So yeah, popular I like. So
Cats or dogs?
dogs, 1000%. Anyone who has cats, I don't understand. They do their own thing. They walk like,
They're independent.
yeah, it's like a cop out. Like if you and your girl get a cat together, it's not a serious relationship. If you guys get a dog together,
Like,
you guys are moving in unison.
Alright, ice cream or cake?
An ice cream cake.
MF Doom or Madlib?
Wow. I'm gonna say Madlib, but I do like I'm like a character kind of person. I like what MF Doom puts into his presentation of things. So, but I'm gonna go Madlib. Chocolate.
Coffee or tea?
I do get a lot done on coffee. I probably wouldn't be here without coffee.
I feel that.
So I gotta get coffee on me.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a coffee addict. So.
And if Starbucks or Coffee Bean, anybody out there wants to,
What's your least favorite song?
Least favorite song. I
Keep it
don't.
secret if you want.
You don't remember one song you don't like? What song
So I would just say, as a whole,
Yeah.
my songs.
This would be a great reaction to your album then.
Yeah. Nah, I like them songs because a lot of people help me with them. So I almost feel like they're almost like their songs, kind of. So like,
More collaboration and stuff.
yeah.
Old school or new school Tyler? Secret?
This is literally one of the greatest living artists
Yeah.
walking the earth. I think a lot of times in music, if you don't like stand for something, which he doesn't really, people don't like give you the juice. Painters, they just are abstract, and it was fine. Why he can't be, hailed at that light for being abstract? And I love that every time I see him, I've had probably maybe 20 conversations with him, and every time he's kept the same energy of just being like a complete and so disrespectful, and I love it. I think it's honestly, he just is socially awkward. This is kind of a stunt. I seen him at this Dior party
Okay.
for Pusha T, and I was literally mid-conversation with Pusha T, and I seen Tyler leaving, and I was like, hold on, I gotta just say bye to Tyler real quick. And I went up to him, and he was like, okay, good to see you. I'm gonna walk away now. And it was just so awesome because I was like, yeah, because my favorite person, probably one of my favorite people living is Larry David.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like the black Larry David to me, so.
Apple Music or Spotify?
Definitely Apple Music. Anything
Oh.
Steve related. Because I don't even know nobody at Spotify. Like, I don't even know who the face of Spotify is. Like, that's why I was getting on people about Dame's Network. People like, I ain't signing up for Dame's Network. I was like, yo, first of all, you should shut the fuck up forever because you've seen this dude since you've been a little kid. He's creating culture in front of our eyes and he's still accessible to be seen. You actually know him, you see him, and you're not gonna pay for his thing, but you're gonna pay for all these other services and you never even met the owner of. We'll pay all these companies that we don't even have no connection to culturally of all these people, but we try to play or disrespect people of the culture who have done things.
Say headphones or earbuds?
What's earbuds?
Like things go in your ear, things go over your ears.
What do you mean, like the ones without the wire?
Earbuds are things that like go inside or like beats that go over.
So around are like the big headphones.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely don't like those.
You're a morning and night person.
I'm so in the night that it is morning.
Ah.
So I'm really into naps. I think naps are extremely underrated, and I think the more you sleep, you actually get to wake up in like a dream state. So naps actually keep you connected to that other world more. So I think it's important to like always go in and out of this world and that world. So I forget the author, I think it was like Dickinson or something, like some legendary book. He said he would keep his journal right next to him and he would wake up, and before he could even like fully be awake, he would just start writing because he wanted to catch anything from the dream world that he could. So yeah.
What can't you live without?
I could get philosophical here,
Whatever direction you want to do.
but I'm gonna say porn.
Okay. Not very philosophical, but you know.
Yeah. Or the most philosophical, but that's
Top artist that inspired you?
top artist.
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick, Helmut Newton, Steve, Howard Hughes, Master Splinter from the Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah.
No, seriously, because I have a belief that Master Splinter, Phil Jackson, the coach, and Rick Rubin are all the same person. That's what I believe. And I think that they're all extremely important because a lot of great artists wouldn't have made their albums if it wasn't for Rick Rubin. Michael Jordan and Kobe wouldn't have maybe won them championships without Phil, and the Turtles would have been nuts without Splinter. So I think you need like a mentor, coach, you know, the OG, Andy Warhol.
And all those people like Andy Warhol, like they had like a place where it was like a lot of like other artists would come through and learn, you know.
That's what
like,
I feel like this is.
Yeah.
I feel like this place is Factory 14. Or what was it called? It was something like that.
The Factory.
The Factory, yeah. I don't get inspired by musicians really at all. I think the most successful music has been the least inspired for the most part. Because you can stumble on like making a hit record in music. You can't stumble on something great in any other creative art form. Like you're not gonna accidentally build a church and be like the illest architect.
BMW or Benz?
Benz.
Alright, I'd like to hear you do this.
Adidas.
Yeah, I thought that'd be easy. That's all you wear.
I gotta be honest, it's tough though. It's only because I know people that do business with Adidas, but if that wasn't the case, it would for sure be Nike. I just love Tinker Hatfield so much. It's very hard for me to detach that emotion as a child, like looking at all those Nike silhouettes and falling in love with Tinker Hatfield. So, but I love people that are at Adidas. So,
what should people know about you?
that I'm very empathetic to hearing your opinion or perspective on anything that I'm doing artistically or creatively. I like risking it all. So don't give me any information to try to waver me. Artists sometimes act like they're very confident, but we're very, very impressionable people, and we actually are very, very a lot of times can be very weak-minded, and we would listen to people, especially if they're close to us, because we don't trust a lot of people. Play it?
Intro it and
Intro it,
yeah.
Okay. This is the intro.
You don't like my new shit? Well, motherfucker, fuck you. And you don't like my new bitch? Well, motherfucker, fuck you. I spent 51 flip. So, motherfucker, fuck you. I don't think they understand. Motherfucker, fuck you.
I never heard shit like that ever. That's wild.
Yeah, I like that song.
No, I thought that was really crazy.
Yeah. You don't give a do you?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I've been battling with that concept, and I think I care. I give so much. Like I care so much that yeah. But yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a good intro. It's like very like almost powerful and strong. Like it's hard. Is that what you say? Hard?
Yeah.
No, shut up, Peter. No,
It definitely sets the stage, you know what I mean? Like it's just like ready.
Yeah.
Like an intro, but like really brings it in.
It makes me think about the mashed potatoes and gravy from KFC for some reason. Every time you say it, I don't know why.
You just think about
I go straight to the KFC because now I'm vegan, but it really makes me miss. Not that I still can't have it actually, because it's not meat. I also like that I produced that all entirely by myself, and
that's it.
most of the album I produced, but I have collaborators and co-producers on a lot of stuff. But it's just kind of fitting that I did all that by myself. So, yeah.
No, that's cool. You want to say anything else about the track? Like, what was it to make it? That's it?
Yeah, it was very liberating. The next song is in preparation for the next record, which has kind of been controversial, and I think it's gonna continue to be controversial. So, this is Sand Nigga.
No, that song is legit so fire. It's so good.
Shit's like velvet.
Do you know what I'm saying in it?
Yeah.
Without having to say the word, do you know, like, how do you feel about the, what I'm saying?
Being in LA, like there's a lot of like Middle Eastern people, and I've had a lot of friends that are Middle Eastern that have like been called that term many times.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like for them, I would say not so much a term that they've used and adopted for themselves, but something that they've established or like have been called numerous times.
For sure. And I want to say now, any time that I have the opportunity to speak on it, because I just had this revelation on the way over here, because GLC was here the other night, and I've known GLC 10 years. He's actually the first person to ever rap on a beat of mine and the first person to do a feature for me as an artist. So I love GLC, and we have the same birthday. But I love GLC, but I want to, and I think he was getting misunderstood because he was like, yo, I can't stand next to you with this record. He was like, yo, I'm not with it. And I love him having that point of view because I didn't explain it properly. When he asked me, how do you feel about, like, what did you mean when you said, we the new black? That line, that's the only line in the whole thing that I have reservations about. So I answered him wrongly. I didn't say anything of meaning when he asked me that question. So now I'm fully prepared to say the right things when questioned about this. And I just want to make it more about, because for me, I don't really make songs, I don't like making songs about me. I try to make songs about like back on like MySpace when you used to have mutual friends, or like Facebook, like, mutual friends.
Yeah.
I'm into what's the mutual friends between me and the audience. So like what are common denominators that everyone can speak on. I'm not into the whole like rapping about my life shit. So I'm always looking for the bigger cause and everything. So I think I made a mistake by going into it with the intention of this is about all Arabic people, because now I'm being like forced into that community. And I'm not, again, I don't want to be forced into no community. That ain't necessarily my community. My community is who's in front of me on a daily basis. So this is long-winded, but I just want to say that I want to change the narrative to be more directly about, with this one, I need to make it directly about me. And the first time I ever heard that term was when my mom's house got raided and they found 19 guns under my bed. The police found 19 guns under my bed. I've never touched a gun in my life, but that was the first time that I ever heard that term, and they made me believe that my father was smuggling guns from the Middle East and all this stuff. It was a crazy thing, and which wasn't true. But so that's when I first heard the term. It also has to do with my father being born in Iraq, and my grandfather was in the parliament pre-Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein came in, decapitated my grandfather, and my father and his 15 brothers and sisters became political refugees and lived in Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and were political refugees for 5 years. So there's a lot of layers to it, and I think anyone who does art, there's not one reason. People be like, what was the reason behind this song? There's never one reason behind a creative's decision to do something. It's multiply layered. There's like 6, 7, vibes that are all into this. That's why people be like, yo, I need vibes around. It's not just because you want people around, which witnesses are important. That's why the 12 disciples were vital in the Bible. But so witnesses are important. But it's more because you want those perspectives. So anyway, just to touch on the disciple thing again.
Yeah, of course.
The irony is I didn't write this record.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's the beautiful part about it. But the Bible is also Jesus' album, and he didn't write none of it. It's the gospel according to Paul, the gospel according to Luke. He didn't write none of it, but it's his album. So for me, I didn't even write Saying Nigga, but I was in the position to be the spokesperson for it. No one else who wrote that record could perform it. I have to perform it. So, because there's the lineage and the story behind it. So, yeah.
That's really interesting.
And I'm not saying that to try to compare me to Jesus.
That's crazy. I never knew that about Hassan.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Things like this is gonna be more important than the actual song. So, that's that. But I'll play just one more. This is my favorite song.
Yeah.
And this is actually the first real song.
Sounded very different than the others. They all sound very different for
No, yeah, it's like I think it's like they all sound different, but they all have like a really good like energy / flow through all of them.
Yeah. I really want all the songs to sound more like that. And I think for the album it's important because it starts so abrasive. I want the rest of the songs to feel like very healing and very more in that zone. I also love that there's no drums. I'm a big fan of juxtaposition, so I like giving you like a record like Fuck You or Saying Nigga and then a record like that. It's almost like two different artists. I'm a producer originally, so not by choice, just because that's how it went. And I'm not into beat tags. Like I think beat tags are mad corny, and I forget what I was gonna say about that. The reason why I've never had one is because, it's like, I'm not really into like the same, like, that's why I don't got no tattoos neither. Because like I never found something that I feel like I'd be, that I really like, loved enough to like.
Permanently.
Yeah. And if you looked at like a Picasso, you just knew.
Yeah.
You didn't need no beat tag.
Look at the texture.
A Picasso, you understand it's a Picasso.
Yeah.
When you look at a, it's like they ain't have no like, they just had a style that you knew was like they shit. So, like, you know what I mean? It's like if Quincy Jones or like Hans Zimmer had a beat tag or something like that. It's like the intro of Star Wars, like Hans Zimmer on the beat. It's like, so I look at it more like, on some Hans Zimmer. One thing I learned from being around Rick Rubin is he's not even a producer, he's a reducer. And what I've learned about being around Kanye albums, like the making of Kanye's albums, he'll just throw a whole bunch of stuff on every song, and then they spend a month and a half at the very end stripping things off. The whole last month of the album is just taking things off. So he might spend 3-4 months just throwing everything. Yo, you add drums, you do this. And then the last month before they go into mixing, it'll be like a few people that will go to Shangri-La, to Rick Rubin's house or studio, and be like, all right, what should we take away?
Yeah.
And I got to see some of that process during YEEZUS. Like YEEZUS was a way different album, and then Rick was like, yo, take this off, and I think that's an important thing, because people will come to me even be like, yo, Hassan, what's missing on this song? And this is not an invitation to play me your songs. But when I listen to them, I think what's more important than what it's missing is what needs to be removed. Maybe it's not what's missing, it's maybe there's too much going on and you can't fully hear what's in the mix or what's going on. So there is a science or formula. There's a reason why Drake is the greatest of all time. Yeah. Well, July 26th, the only reason why I even picked July 26th when Dame was like, yo, when's the album coming out, bro? Is because it's my mom's birthday. So, yeah. Right now, the title of the whole album is Saying Nigga, but I may change it to Janie's Son. That's my mom's name. And I'm not changing it because I'm getting pressured because of the name. So if I do change it, I want it to be documented that it's not because I didn't want the smoke. I want all the smoke. And yeah, but if I do change the album title, it's because of that. Well, now it's like you have the ability that literally the same day you could be still recording. Like literally another quick Kanye story. I literally got off the plane in Wyoming last summer, and that night was the album listening party. Yeah. And Kanye was recording the intro. Literally. Like, we were supposed to drive out to the motherfucking ranch in about 4 hours. Yeah. And he's in there recording, like, nah, we still need one more line. We need one more line. And, literally in the truck on the way to the fire ranch, Mike Dean is like mixing the album. And Kim's like, nah, you can't put this lyric, like take this lyric out. Because Kanye put some lyrics in when she was gone, and she was like, nah, we gotta take them lyrics out. So there was some edits right
on the spot.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that to say that I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that. But Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm just saying that people don't utilize that day of like ability. Like it's a beautiful time we live in. Like it's really amazing time we live in. It's really cool. We got Uber. We got it's incredible. We got Postmates.
So much shit is instant. You know?
We got Drake. It's a great time to be alive.
Nice.
Awesome. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. This is a great show that you guys are doing.
Thank you. It's been an
I
absolute pleasure
couldn't. I
having
can't tell it's the second show.
I haven't seen the first episode.
It feels
yet.
like it feels like the it feels like you guys are like Larry King and
Like
yeah. It's like crew is great. Love it.
Yeah, thank you. Absolute pleasure.
Thank you everyone else for coming.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah, wrap it out.
I see your audience.
Yeah. Amazing.
Cool. Well,
Awesome.
thank you so much, guys, for watching the Death Show. I've been your host, Derek Name Russell.
Co-host Kelsey Marie Gillan.
Hassan.
It's been real. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch us next week.